of pleasure. Give ear unto these lines I write. I own I am a rover.
In the beginning was the dream. In the eternal night where no dawn broke, the dream deepened. Before anything ever was, it had to be dreamed. Everything had its beginning in possibility. Every single thing is somehow the expression and incarnation of a thought. If a thing had never been thought, it could never be. If we take nature as the great artist of longing, then all presences in the world have emerged from her mind and imagination. We are children of the earth's dreaming.
Down by the Sally Gardens, where me and my true love began. I took her in my arms.
Trickling down peacefully from the spectacular, sparkling granite Mourne Mountains through wooded valleys, fairy book oak trees nobly frame and guard the flanks. Here, the mesmerising Kilbrony River twists and glides peacefully between moss green and bracken flanked banks, bubbling and singing dutifully out towards the Irish Sea.
Being young and foolish, with my own true love, I did not agree.
Human life is often compared with a river. It ebbs and it flows. Sometimes it's calm, other times it is rough.
And the second time,
by the side of the river, he trotted as one trots, when very small, by the side of a man who holds one spellbound by exciting stories. And when tired at last, he sat on the bank, while the river still chattered onto him, a babbling procession of the best stories in the world, sent from the heart of the earth, to be told at last to the insatiable sea.
And gold is the root of evil.
In Richard Nairn's Wild Waters, he tells us there is a legend that all the Irish rivers were created by a single hailstorm. It is an example of the mythology that surrounds many of our natural waterways, the rivers and lakes, streams and springs. Even the names of Irish rivers have their origins in folklore. The goddess Boann is the character after whom the River Boyne is named. The Shannon is named after the goddess Shannon, granddaughter of Manannán mac Lir, the son of the sea. Shannon means possessor of wisdom. She is said to have eaten the salmon of knowledge and thus became the wisest person in the world. It was through this landscape that I would cycle to the Giant's Ring as a small boy with my brothers. We would stop at the Minnoburn Bridge and chuck a few stones into the river or have a paddle. During my teens, the River Lagan between Stranmillis and Edenderry was where I hung out with friends. We built rafts, camped and courted along the towpath. Death is actually a rebirth. At our first birth, we came out of the darkness of the unknown. Then came our life here, before we return at death into the unknown. Samuel Beckett captured this wonderfully in a very short little play, Breath. It begins with a birth cry, breathing follows and then the death sigh. The soul is freed into a world where there is no more darkness, and indeed no more space and time as we knew it in this world. So where does the soul go? Meister Eckhart had a simple answer to that. It goes nowhere. The eternal world is not some faraway galaxy that we haven't discovered yet. The eternal world is here. The dead are here with us, invisible to us, but we can sense their presence. They are looking out for us. For us, time is linear, but for the dead, it is more a circle of eternity. The Celtic people did not divide time from eternity. They were fit-foot, woven into each other. Eternity is not an extension of time, but it is pure presence, pure belonging. When you are in the eternal, you're outside of nothing. You are within everything, enjoying the fullest participation. It was over 1,000 years ago when these waters were in the territory of the High King of Ireland, Brian Boru. In 988, we are told Brian Boru's fleet of 300 boats was large enough to carry an army to Loch Ree. They harried Meath and went to the Hill of Ishnock in County Westmeath. In 993, Brian again brought a fleet to Loch Ree and raided as far as Malachy's doorstep at Loch Ennell. On this sacred island, known as Inniskeltra, it is said Brian Boru was likely educated here as a boy, as his brother, Marcan, was the abbot of the island. Loch Derg, so aptly described in the 14th century by John McRory McGrath as deep fringed with bush and bough and shot with wayward gleams, is the largest and most beautiful of the Great Lakes on the River Shannon. It has been stated that subterranean passages probably exist out of Loch Derg, for in the summer months less water leaves the lake at Killaloe than flows into it at Portumna and from the numerous other smaller streams. In Richard Nairn's Wild Waters, he tells us that the English nature writer Roger Deacon spent a whole summer while swimming across Britain, in the sea, rock pools, rivers, streams, lakes, and in the moat around his own country house. He explored the importance of immersion in water to the human condition. In his classic book Waterlog, he wrote, "Natural water has always held the magical power to cure. Somehow or other, it transmits its own self-regenerating powers to the swimmer. I can dive in with a long face and what feels like a terminal case of depression and come out a whistling idiot. There is a feeling of absolute freedom that comes with the sheer liberation of nakedness as well as weightlessness in natural water, and it leads to a deep bond with the bathing place." Here, through the shaking of hands through this ancient stone, deals have been settled for generations. I pray that you will have the blessing of being consoled and sure about your death. May you know in your soul there is no need to be afraid. When your time comes, may you have every blessing and strength you need. May there be a beautiful welcome for you in the home you are going to. You are not going anywhere strange, merely back to the home you have never left. May you live with compassion and transfigure everything negative within and about you. When you come to die, may it be after a long life. May you be tranquil among those who care for you. May your going be sheltered and your welcome assured. May your soul smile in the embrace of your Anam Cara.